This is the new Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus. The company has launched this device in India after its previous Note 11 series devices, and it is available starting today. We'll have the links in case you guys are interested in checking out the device in the description below. There are a few variants and we'll have the best price available in the description below as well. So inside the box of the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus, you will get the device itself along with the SIM ejector tool, some documentation and a protective case. The case is a really nice quality case and it fits on the device quite well. You also get a charger. Now this is a 67 watt charger, as the device does support 67 watts of fast charging, and you will also get a USB Type-C cable to charge the device itself. The phone has a new almost squared off design and it looks nice as far as the exterior looks go. On the front, you do have a 6.67 inch AMOLED dot display with a 120 Hz of refresh rate and a 360 Hz of touch sampling rate. So you're getting those higher end features in this device as well. The display has a 700 nits of brightness along with a 1200 nits of peak brightness. The phone weighs in at about 204 grams and is about 8.3 mm in terms of thickness. On the front, you'll see some bezels around the display along with a pretty thick chin as far as modern smartphones are concerned. On the bottom, you do have the SIM tray along with the USB-C port, the microphone and one of the stereo speakers. On the right of the device, you do see the power button and the volume button. The power button also doubles up as a fingerprint sensor. On the top of the device, you'll see a infrared blaster, one of the few devices that still has it. This allows you to control devices around the house that use infrared remotes. You also have a noise cancelling microphone on the top and the second part of the stereo speaker that is a top firing or a side firing depending on how you're holding the phone. And then you also have a standard 3.5 mm headphone jack, and there's nothing on the left of the device. On the back, you'll see this really cool pattern on the back glass, and this has almost a water-like effect in this blue color. It's called the Mirage Blue. It looks kind of nice in the back. You'll also see the Redmi 5G branding along with the camera module. Now we've seen this camera module on a few other devices. You get a 108 megapixel main camera, which is the camera that you're going to be using the most. You have a ton of AI features along with customizations. We'll get into that when we get into the UI section. You also get an 8 megapixel ultra wide camera. This is also something that you may end up using. But then there's a third camera that you will definitely not end up using, which is a 2 megapixel telephoto macro lens, which I think is a total waste of a camera lens to have on the device, but it's there nonetheless. And then you have some branding over there, some AI branding as well as a LED flash on the back. We've seen this module in the past. Not the greatest combination of cameras, but the 108 megapixel camera does work well. Now let's move on to the inside. Running everything on the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus in India is going to be the Snapdragon 695. Now it is available with a MediaTek Dimensity chip overseas, but in India has been launched with the Snapdragon 695. You get 8GB with 128GB of storage, and then you'll have other RAM options, and then you also have 3GB of virtual RAM as well. The phone has a 5000 mAh battery and supports fast charging with a 67 watt charger that is included in the box. The phone is running MIUI 13.0.2 out of the box. It's still running on Android 11, and you should get a few updates. A few preloaded apps can also be uninstalled, which is nice. Overall user interface is fast and clean, and overall responsiveness also seems good off the device in the get-go. Because the display is a 120 Hz display and has a good amount of brightness, you'll enjoy watching content on this as well as browsing through web pages. It also has good visibility outdoors and can be a really nice display on this device, and the speakers are loud as well. Coming back to the cameras, the camera interface is also pretty standard. What's missing this time around is any kind of 4K video. In fact, this variant with the Snapdragon 695 in India can only shoot 1080p video at 30 frames per second on both the rear and the main cameras, whereas overseas with the MediaTek Dimensity chip, you get 4K at 30 frames per second, 1080 with 60 frames per second, and then you also get slow-mo options, which you do get a slow-mo mode, but you don't get to control what slow motion options are there. The overseas mode gives you 960 FPS slow-mo recording, whereas this one does not. So lots of misses as far as camera shooting modes and capabilities are concerned. The phone does have a splash-proof nano coating, which means that if you accidentally drop it in a puddle and quickly remove it and dry it off, the phone should be fine. and it should be fine in the rain or with sweat and things like that. So overall, it should be a well protected device. It does have Gorilla Glass 5 on the front of the device and a standard glass on the back. So I would recommend that you keep it in a cover if you want to keep this glass looking good or pristine through and through. What are your thoughts on the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus? Let us know in the comment section below. Would you like us to review this device in a detailed manner? Let us know that in the comment section below as well. This has been Bharat. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.